everybody, one of Wiisdom here, Friday night, early Saturday morning, 3:03 a.m. to be exact. I'm a little bit tired, I got in very late tonight, but hey, got a, what I think will be a cool video for us. Shouldn't take too terribly long, and there have been some changes since last time. So just to recap the previous video, we threw down Life and Fire Element Bowslingers, we'd created them, then we came in, we showcased the weapon powers and the secret techniques as well as the soul gem. In my opinion, it just makes sense to go ahead and include the weapon powers. That seemed to be the feedback I got from everyone as well. What I think we will change from that format is I won't showcase the level 1 attack damage. Level 5 is our baseline because it's the first point everything becomes available. As such, I included the level 1 just to kind of give like the comparison, the differential between the two, so you could appreciate, the graduated changes, more and more for what they really are. In retrospect, that just kind of eats up unnecessary time, and so moving forward, we're probably going to eliminate that. But I told you, I think at the end of the video, that I was planning to make Robin Hood. That's why I created a Life Element Bowslinger. That was the plan. I had to rhyme to the reason, if you will. That doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I had a plan, and it was to make Robin Hood, which is, I thought of, hey, that would be a Life Element character, and it would be a Bowslinger, right? So I have done that, and I think it turned out really good. I'm very happy I didn't include that as bonus content on the last video, because I probably spent a good 40 minutes tweaking everything. Virtually every component on him is going to be tweaked. It's not just default or a set color scheme. It's literally me coming in and nitpicking everything to my standards to get it to be the most accurate representation I think I can achieve here in Imaginators creating a character. So that's why I'm on this screen. I'm going to click it. We're going to come in. You'll get to see, assuming the crystal works this time, you should see Robin Hood pop up on your screen. So here we go. This is really the first one past Sir Skellington I've tried on. Reset Me, no effort was invested, but he's not allowed to be deleted by the stream. So, here we go. Maybe. Oh, I did it.
Say hello to my arrows.
What do you think? Somewhat accurate, huh? Not too shabby. I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, realistically, there's only so much I can work with here. It's not like I can custom design stuff, which if I could, I couldn't because I don't do art per se. But I can tell you, I believe all of the elemental powers, which we can showcase very quickly, there's 4. I believe you need 1,500 to upgrade each one, which is 6,000 cumulative. So I went ahead, I took care of that. Got the fire guy, which I've also customized him. He's not something I had set in stone, and there was many options, and there's many things I've yet to unlock. But I think Robin Hood looks pretty good, man. So let's come in here.
Somebody call for a hero?
I think I like the voice. I like the aesthetic. The arm guards are a little more gold than I wanted, but it's not terrible. I think I also gave him the classic bow, which does increase damage, so we may change that. But overall, I think that's about as good as I can do with what we've got. You could give him darker hair, I guess. I don't know. I just thought this looked pretty cool. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Again, if people like this, I can make videos on how to create these characters. And basically, I won't have a set pattern. I'm just going to do it until I like it, and that's why it's going to take some time. So, it would be under look and weapon. Yeah. So I've given him the classic bow, which I think is perfect for Robin Hood. It's kind of got that, what would be his time period correct look. And it's +5 attack. We do not want that. We want the mundane cookie cutter, which heavy duty bow is minus, wait. Why is +2 in red? +2, that's not minus, that's a +2. +5. +5. Okay. So heavy duty was, standard, right? Isn't that the catch? Yes. When you create the Bowslinger, that is your standard equipment, and it's +2 attack. So that's what we need to go with, is a heavy duty bow. It's not terrible, but it looks a little too advanced for his time period. So, nonetheless, we're going to revert, if you will, to that bow, just to make sure we have the same baseline here. Not that the bow's really even used in these, I don't think. But we're going to get started here with Vine Bloom. We're going to press B to grow explosive vines. This will be the tedious part, going in and out of the menu. So I apologize about that, but that showcases the range fairly well. This is sort of a camo-esque attack if you're a fan of camo from back in the day. The way I logged this last time I got to play the game, I said Vine Crawl does 12 to 18, and then the explosion is 67 to 101. So you can kind of see it showcased there, and we also have 4 vines. Basically, it splits off 2 and 2, so that's sort of our pattern there in the event that that changes. But let's come in, and again, I think we will spend the majority of the time cycling through the menu. We're going to upgrade the Vine Bloom. It will be the Mastered Vine Bloom, and again, 1,500 is the price for every single one of these, so 6,000 is what you will need to fully upgrade all 4 elemental powers. Press B to grow explosive vines and, temporarily increase your speed. Now, the vines, in my opinion, are already explosive, but maybe that's just the fruit on them. Maybe they mean the vines themselves. I don't exactly know. We're going to find out, though. And temporarily increase your speed is going to be lovely. So let's purchase that. And then I think we still need to select it, right? No, we're good to go. So here we are. This, keep in mind the map, you have a little quicker speed than you do if you were, say, inside the academy or in-game. But this is what he looks like going around here. So we're going to start out by doing this. We only got 3 vines that time? Oh, there's 4, Okay. So it does look a little different. I guess it's exploding as it goes. Like, it looks like there's almost like a Venus flytrap type of a thing. And it looks like 3 of them are spawning on each vine. Sort of an early, a mid, and an end termination point. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Don't know the damage yet, but... So 1, 2, 3... Some of them, okay, so like this one had it, that one didn't, I assume, because it hit the rail, but it looks like it can get as many as 3. So now, again, there's the speed. Let's go ahead and throw these. I'd say about 8 seconds. The way you can tell, he's got sort of like the leaf aura going around him. And that is a pretty decent increase, I have to say. It'll be much more noticeable in-game, in chapter, if you will. But let's see what we're doing. We are doing 67 to 101 on the explosion, and the Vine Crawl was 12 to 18. So let's see what we got. It's still 12 to 18, but then it's going to explode at 84, it looks like. Okay, yeah. Not the greatest, but it's still a neat attack. So Vine Crawl, 12 to 18. I should put that first, not just say it. Vine Crawl, 12 to 18. Explode, 84. Half of that's going to be 42. Combine it, 126. And 8-second speed boost. Which I will never complain about getting speed or armor in Skylanders. So, that is that. That would pair fairly well with a Bowslinger. Keep in mind, a Bowslinger, you want to be ranged attack, if you will. So if you've got that to sort of soften enemies up while you wail away with arrows, sort of a thing, I think it would work out pretty decent. So you saw 126 there as a critical hit, by the way.
Think you can improve on this? Hey, be my guest.
I'm also wondering if we'll get a hat that will fit him well. I combed through them. I guess it would be headgear in this game. But in the past, I believe we have had like a Robin Hood type hat, an archer hat. And that was literally when they were hats. This time around, we could very well have one, and I just don't have it yet. But when I skimmed through, I did not see one. But that's something we could easily add to the character. Customize the color, and I mean, it would fit the bill even more to a T. So that said, elemental power number 2. This one has always been, kind of like the weakest link. It's cool, it's fun, it makes sense, it's sort of like a parody, it ties in with the storyline of Skylands. But it doesn't really do much for you, right? So you press B to turn into a sheep, so enemies will not notice you, right? So I'll go ahead and showcase it for you in case you've never seen it. But that's it, man. If you're like, okay, what damage do you do when you run through those dummies, huh? None. Nothing. You literally do nothing. You're just a sheep. So if these guys could attack us, I could be getting hit right now, press B, and they would just stop attacking. So unless they've already fired something and I transform into the sheep prior, we're not taking any damage. Let's go ahead and count how long we get this. 8 to 10 seconds, something like. We'll just put 8. I don't. I'm tired. So 8 seconds of sheep. Sleep would be nice, but 8 seconds of sheep isn't bad either. There's no like speed buffs or anything either, which not that you would expect that from a sheep. But I mean, if you're low health, you could basically hit that, probably buy yourself enough time to switch Skylanders, not lose out on a challenge, whatever you're going for. However, I previewed this right before I came in because I was like, what is the upgrade of that? And the answer is right here. Mastered wool over your eyes, which I bet you could have guessed that part. But were you aware? Oh, I didn't have that there. Okay, so press B to turn into a stealthy sheep that drops a Trojan sheep explosive upon. I'm very excited about this part. So we're going to purchase that. We're going to back out. It is selected for us. First thing first, we want to come over here, not to ruin the attack damage, and I want to see how many seconds we've got. Still the same 8 seconds, and then that was the Trojan, and it looks like it's going to do decent damage. So, the thing is, I can terminate, but we'll just wait here sheepishly, see what happens.
How does that taste?
Okay, it's only 23, but it's still pretty cool. Especially when you consider that you can basically, and you can have more than one. Okay. So, you get the idea of what I'm doing here, right? Like, I'm just Mr. Spam the B button right now. And there they go, they're starting to detonate now. So, you get the idea. You can sort of manipulate. This is not how they intend you to use this attack. But, you can. And it might be practical. Type of a thing. But yeah, let's see here. So terminate. 162. Terminate. Wait, terminate. 3-second detonation, I'll say. 8 seconds of sheep. That's still in the cell. Nope, just erased it. Fantastic. Thank you, Excel. 8 seconds of sheep. Dun-dun-dun. Trojan sheep explodes after 3 seconds at 23 to 35. So not, I mean, you know, it's sort of more of a novelty attack. If you was not really more of an attack, it's more of a ability. And it ties in well, it's unique, it's fun, it's interesting. It is pretty practical, I have to admit. It's not going to be quite as cool, if you will, as the others. It's not going to be as flashy with the damage numbers and potential, but it does have a place, I believe, particularly if you were to gear up, you know, a life element character with something like super powerful or a melee. I think the sheep would pair very well with a melee character like a brawler, where you're up close and personal. That way, if you start taking some damage in nightmare mode or whatever it may be, you're low leveled at that point. You've just created it. If you got the sheep as an option, you can flip into that with the B button. Go to town, escape, switch Skylanders, go eat a food item, whatever it may be. And then if you've mastered it, you can start leaving Trojan sheep. So I think it's more practical than it would seem. So that said, we're going to come in now, and we've got Poisonous Pestilence. We press B to create clouds of poisonous gas. So this is what that looks like. As you can see, the cloud of gas stays there. And how long does it stay? Do I have that in my spreadsheet? Quite a length of time. So this, I logged it with the damage interval, which was 16 hits, believe it or not, which it did stay a long time, and it hits pretty regular. 16 hits of 21 to 32. This thing is insane. Now, what I didn't test is if you could have multiple. Okay, you can't. If you could, even if you could just do 2 or 3, you could make... That would pair beautifully with a Bowslinger, because it's such a long duration. Let's see how long it lasts, actually. I'm going to say like 13 seconds. I sort of yawned and it screwed up my counting, but 13 seconds. And let's go ahead now. Let me showcase. And what's the most important thing is the 16 hits of damage. So right there, we're hitting again 21 to 32. That's some serious damage that we're doing. 21 10 times would be 210. 6 more 21s would be what? 62 and 62 for 104. So like, what is that? 314 on the standard side, just over time, if you will. And like I said, picture this. These are the enemies. I run up, I throw that, I retreat back, and I just, fire away. It's gonna work pretty good, I think. So, let's see what the mastered version is, though. So, we want to upgrade this. Mastered Poisonous Pestilence. Press B to create clouds of poisonous gas. Okay, that's the same thing, but it is plural now. I wonder if we can do more than one. Press BBB to cause the cloud to explode. So now it's singular. I don't like that. That's not right, man. So let's come in here and see. I want to press that. I want to do it again. I still can only have one. I'm hoping the damage numbers went up. Let's go ahead and check that. I'm thinking they may not have, sadly. Still 16 hits. So 13 seconds, 21 to 32. Dang it. Which granted that will increase as we level up, but I was hoping the mastered version would just provide an immediate bump to it. That was not the case. 13 seconds or 16 hits, 21 to 32. Again, all my counting is a rough estimate. I prefer to go by the instances of hits, if you will, which we've included here. But it now explodes. Or if we could have just done, I don't know what the explosion's going to do, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think I would have preferred the ability to do 2 clouds with slight increase, even if we just went from 21 to 24. But if I could have done 2 clouds, I'd have been a happy man. So we're going to 1, 2, 3. What? Oh.
In your face.
That's a really lame attack. So.
Right.
Okay, are we doing like a 29 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the, okay. Well, so explodes are going to be 41 to 62, and then there is a deal where, let's see, how would I word this? BB, I guess, or like 2. I don't know. It's like when he spawns the second one, it does 29 in your face type of a thing. So spawn new cloud, 29 to 44. So let me try and showcase that for you. So when I do this, nope, sorry, not that. Look at that thing hop. When I do that, there was like no damage from my fist, but now it looks like my fist does something. Wait, that brings it up to 29. Oh. It only does 7 instances of damage.
Oh yeah.
I don't like this upgrade. So 13 seconds, 21 to 32. 1-2 combo is going to equal 29 to 44 8 times, which sucks. That doesn't do near the damage of 21 to 32 16 times. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 explode, which is the best way I can think of to, describe this right now at 3:23 in the morning. 1, 2, 3 explode is going to be 41 to 62, which really sucks. I don't like that, man. I would have taken a small increase in damage to this as it sits, or I would have preferred a second cloud. Imagine, again, the ability to throw a cloud there, put one here. I mean, you can stack them for distance and protection. So many things I could think of that would have been a more efficient use of the attack, in my opinion. But the bottom line remains, I love it in its standard form, and we still have it as long as you don't just spawn, spam the B button.
Think you can improve on this? Hey, be my guest.
That's it. Our final one is called Flower Power. You press B to grow plants that damage your enemies. So this is kind of quintessential Life Element stuff, right? And what I had logged on this one, on impact, when you sort of throw the seed, it's 12 to 18, and then it does 17 to 26 9 times. Let's go ahead and showcase that.
Get some.
So there you go. Very tired. The plant does change. We had like a fly trap, then we had the cactus, now we've got like fireflies buzzing around a flower, or bees buzzing, I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, I mean, that's what we've got. So it's unique, but I'm very interested in seeing how it upgrades. So I think it's going to upgrade better than Master Poisonous Pestilence did. So let's go ahead and upgrade it. Mastered Flower Power. Press B to grow. Oh, this could be really good. Grow up to 3 plants that damage your enemies and do area damage. Okay, I am legitimately excited about this one. This could be a good one right here. So throw that down. Throw that down. And I love that they're all 3 different.
In your face.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so let's see what we do with one. Oh. Okay, it's exploding at 35. So let's go ahead and log this. 12 to 18 impact. 17 to 26, I think, is 8 times now, which is a decrease, but we get the bigger explosion, so you come out on top, just not by quite as much as you would want to. 17 to 26, 8 times, explodes. 35 to 53 should be our critical, and then perhaps the most important thing, can have 3 active at once. So you can set up a barrier with this. Case in point, Shaka Khan. I have surrounded myself from the enemies. I come in and focus on the tougher ones, whatever you decide to do. Now, let's make sure again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it really does cap out there. Wait. I got 9 that time. Okay, cool. It's still 9. That's fantastic. Dun. Where is that? 41 to 62. That's not where I want to be. What have we done? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm just down 1. I see. So it's still 9 times, and then it explodes for a 10 times. That's way better situation. So we're doing 17 to 26 9 times, just like we were. 12 to 18 is the same, and then we simply add the 35 to 53 explosion, and we can have 3 plants active at a time, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So believe it or not, George isn't at home, and we've actually wrapped up this video in pretty quick time. Again, spent just a little bit at the start, sort of explaining the format moving forward. Took a little bit of time here to showcase Robin Hood. Probably tiredly bumbled through some of it, but again, a lot of the time was just spent going in and out of the powers menu, which isn't a terrible thing in my opinion. So I could technically give him green eyes too. If you have, I don't know, would that be too much green? I'm not sure. But now that we've done everything there is to do with this guy in terms of Imaginators research. We created a plain Jane character. We came in, we logged the base attack damage, the base stats. We then came in, we've taken care of the weapon power, the elemental powers, the secret techniques, the soul gem. Everything we could do, we have done. We've then showcased the mastered version of all of the above, which we now have logged and documented. We've kept track of the statistical increases across the board. And more importantly, we've upgraded this guy's looks because he's an Imaginator and he should look, you know, cool like we want him to. So that's where I want to go. We want to go to weapon. And once again, I realize that there will be better bows. Like, what is this one? Oh, you can't. Okay, don't have it. But, I mean, let's fit. That's actually not terrible for him. Like, this is a cool bow, right? But I don't really think it fits Robin Hood. This is a neat bow, but it doesn't fit Robin Hood. You know, that certainly doesn't fit Robin Hood. That doesn't fit Robin Hood. That absolutely does not fit Robin Hood. This does, the classic bow. So that's, you know, kind of why we've selected it. Let's go into headgear real quick. And I just don't think we're going to have... Maybe we will. I think it probably is in the game, but we've yet... Oh, a crankcase hat. Oh, it won't even show it to us? Come on. Okay. It's probably in here. I mean, I would imagine they would have to. They should think of these things. And it's been in previous games, but right now, I just don't think we have headgear that really suits... Ooh, which is that? Headgear that really suits this character, but I think we will get something in the future that might suit him fairly well. So, when we do, I'll probably go ahead and switch it out. I don't really like how they don't fit over his hair, you know, realistically, but it's not a huge deal. But it's just nothing that we've got really makes me say, oh, hey, that's Robin Hood, man, you know. I need that. I will be putting that on something soon. That might be spoilers, but hey, now you know, and that's a great note to end on. So, YouTube is still being YouTube, and I constantly upload videos, have zero issues. And then within like a day or two, I have to come in, and they've demonetized it. They've put their notice that it's not advertiser friendly on it. And then I have to come in and request a manual review, which they don't put priority on because I don't meet their requirements of being basically a big channel, which is extremely unfortunate, particularly when they erroneously flag videos to begin with. Everything I do, and I mean, I'm as close to kid-friendly PG, I mean, 100%. This should be a poster channel of how to do things advertiser-friendly. And I have more trouble with these people. It's getting ridiculous. That one covers his hair fairly decent. But anyway, every day, I mean, I upload, and then by the time I'm coming in to release my next video the next day, which I've been doing like 3 p.m. stuff, just one video a day, I literally have to come in, and I go in, and I've got the yellow notification beside the yesterday's video that it's not suitable for advertisers. And then I have to come in and click a box that says, yes, this is advertiser friendly. And you have to verify that, yes, my content is really advertiser friendly. And it is ridiculous. It's super annoying. And something else of note here, just as I said happens, when I was doing 2 videos a day, you just maintain the status quo and you have a hard time not losing subscribers. You switch to 1 video, you do less work, you put in less time, right? Half as much time is invested. I've gained subscribers, and the videos have more views. The video view thing I could kind of understand. Some people might miss notifications if they even get any, or if they just go to the channel. If you come in on, say, Thursday, and you watch a Skylander video, there's a chance by the time you come in to Saturday, I've uploaded like 3 to 4 more videos in that time, and you may have not seen them, or just not have time and just go straight to the next Skylander video. Doing a video a day, for whatever reason, it seems to be more beneficial than doing 2+ a day, which again is contradictory to what a normal person would think. You would think the more you do, the more time you invest, the better the reward. That's not the case on YouTube, and it's just mind-boggling to me. But that's kind of a cool crown in green. Like, if you built like, if you're like a big Irish person or St. Patrick's Day, this would be like the way to do it in that life color scheme. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. Let me know your thoughts on the Life Elemental Powers, what you think of them, which one you plan to use, as well as what you think of Robin Hood. feel free to say, oh, it's the coolest one I've seen, it's the worst I've ever seen. I don't know if anybody else has made Robin Hood. I don't have time to look. And frankly, I don't really care. I just thought it was cool, and that's why we did it. So, again, Life Bowslinger, it just kind of makes sense to me, right? You could probably do it as a fire element if you wanted to have like fire arrows in your mind or something, but Life, Robin Hood, Sherwood, it just seems to work, in my opinion. So I'm pretty happy with him, but let's end it right here. Elemental powers. Which one am I going to select for Robin Hood? I don't think this fits a bowslinger very well. It's very practical. If you start dying or you're low level, it's absolutely worth pursuing for a little while. If you're a brawler, I could see it, or a smasher, something up close and personal, this could be a lifesaver, quite literally. The Mastered Vine Bloom, I think, would work really well. I think the Flower Power would work pretty good for a bowslinger, but I think I'm going to stick with the Poisonous Pestilence. Something about it I just think is going to work well with my personal playstyle. So let me know, out of these, Flower Power, oh, that's fine, we'll start at the beginning. Vine Bloom, Wool Over Your Eyes, Poisonous Pestilence, and Flower Power. Which one do you prefer and why? If you just had to pick one, if you designate it to a character, let's just go with Bowslinger. Which one would you select for your Life Element Bowslinger? That said, I am super tired. I've got to edit this thing, get it rendering, and then hopefully be up to upload it. And I've got to sleep at some point in time. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a little something. And again, we can make these videos probably in our typical, 15 to 30 minute range, just fine for the elemental powers. This was our first one. We took a little extra time. If it always works out, I might go ahead and have like a tweaked Imaginator, kind of like a polished Imaginator, something I want to keep. Sometimes it'll work out. Sometimes if I just plan to reset things, I'm not going to invest the time in doing it, most likely. But we shall see. Nonetheless, Robin Hood is ready to go, man. I can play with this guy anytime. We can level him up as much as we want to. We've got all the information extracted, and that means we can just focus on having fun. So on that note, SkylanderClub.com is pretty fun if you're into all things Skylanders. Be sure to check it out. Wiisdom.com is my personal website. Make sure you follow me on Mixer and Twitch. I also sometimes stream on YouTube. It just kind of depends. You can follow me on Twitter. I tweet all my videos. I tweet when I go live, regardless of the site that I'm streaming on, so stay tuned for that. But once again, for myself and the snazzy Robin Hood, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys back here for the next installment of Skylanders Imaginators Research. Adios.